안녕하십니까? 저는 RDB language의 데이지 선생님입니다. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Teacher Daisy of RDB language. For this lesson, we will be learning 전에 and 후에. The expression 전에 has the meaning of before a certain period of time or before some action. It basically corresponds to before or ago in English. The word 후에 translates to after or later, depending on how it is used in a Korean sentences. So this is how you use 전에 and 후에 in the grammar. So we can use or conjugate nouns and verbs with 전에 and 후에. Okay, let's start with noun. So when you conjugate noun with 전에, you'll start with noun first, then add 전에. So the first example, 1시간 전에. 1시간 means 1 hour. So that means it comes 1 hour before. The next example is 4시 전에. 4시 means 4 o'clock. So that means before 4 o'clock. The third example is 식사 전에. 식사 means to have a meal. So it becomes before meal. And finally, the last example is 방문 전에. 방문 means to visit. So that means it becomes before the visit. So we already know how to use 전에 with noun. Let's look at how to use noun with after or 후에. So same with our formula. We start first with noun, then we will add 후에. Okay, so the first example is 1시간 후에. So again, 1시간 means 1 hour. So that means 1 hour after. The next example is 4시 후에. 4시 means 4 o'clock. So it becomes after 4 o'clock. The third example is 식사 후에. 식사 means meal. So that means after a meal. And finally, number 4, 방문 후에. So that means after a visit. So we already know how to conjugate noun with 전에 and 후에. So I hope that this gives you an idea already. So let's continue now with verbs. So how we're going to use verbs or conjugate verb with our 전에 and 후에. Now when 전에 is used with a verb, the meaning is before instead of ago. When you want to use 전에 with a verb, you must first change the verb into a noun. This is where 기 comes in. Adding 기 to a verb changes it into a noun. It's generally being used to change the verb it's attached to into the noun. But you have to take notice of these two factors. The first is 기 전에 is used to express an action that is done or occurs before the following action. The second one, 기 전에 is used with verbs and attached directly to the verb stem with no distinction in spelling. So here, let's look at the examples on how are we going to conjugate verb with 기 전에. So the first example here is 식사하다. 식사하다 is a verb that means to eat. So the first thing that we have to do is to drop the da. So that means the remaining word now is 식사하. Then we will attach 기 전에. So it becomes 식사하기 전에. That means before eating. Okay, the next example is 받다. 받다 is a verb that means to receive. So again, we have to drop the da. So the remaining word now is 받. Then we will attach 기 전에. So it becomes 받기 전에. That means before receiving. And the last example is 알다. Okay, again, we need to drop the da. So the remaining word now is al. Then we will attach 기 전에. It becomes 알기 전에. That means before knowing. Okay, so let's look at some of the examples so we can have more ideas of this. So here, number 1, 식사하기 전에, before eating. The next, 방문하기 전에, before visiting. The third one, 자기 전에, before sleeping. And the fourth, 마시기 전에, before drinking. Do you have already the idea? It's very simple, right? We have to drop the da first with your verbs and simply add gijonne after that. So it becomes verb plus gijonne. So we already know how to put or to conjugate verb with gijonne. Now let's look at how are we going to conjugate verb with un or niyon huye. So for the verb with un or niyon huye, we need to consider three factors. Okay, so what are those? Let's learn. Number one, shiksahada. The first example of our verb here is shiksahada. Shiksahada is a verb that means to eat. So we need to drop the da first. Same with our previous example with verb. We need to drop the da. Then the remaining word now is shiksaha. After that, we need to consider the last syllable of the verb, which is the ha. You have to check whether it ends with a consonant, a vowel, or pachimriol. So we need to check the ha here. Ha, it ends with what? It ends with a vowel. So that means we will add niyon huye. So it becomes shiksahan huye. Okay, so take notice that na niyon here is attached to the last syllable of your ha. It becomes the pachim noun. So it becomes shiksahan huye. So that means after eating. Okay, the second that we need to consider, the second example, patda. So in this example, the first thing that we have to do again is to drop the da. So from patda, it becomes pat. Then we need to check what is the last letter of the syllable. So obviously, it only has one syllable. This syllable has pachim. So that means this ends with a consonant letter. So when it ends with consonant, we will add un huye. So it becomes padun huye. Okay, very simple. Again, from pat plus un huye, just simply add the two words. It becomes one. It becomes after receiving. And the third that we need to consider is the third example. So the third example is alda. Alda is a verb that means to know. So again, the first thing that we have to do is to drop the da. So from alda, it becomes al. And then after that, we need to check this syllable. So obviously, it only has one syllable. We need to check what is the last syllable of this verb. The last syllable. So it means it has pachimriol. Okay, there is a special case for pachimriol. When the last letter of the syllable is riol, we need to delete or omit this letter. So from al, it becomes a. So when it is a already, that means it doesn't have a pachim anymore. So that means it ends with a vowel now. So we will attach un huye. So again, this un, niyon, we will put this one as an pachim to our a. So it becomes an huye. That means after knowing. Okay, so I hope this example can give you an idea already on how to transform or conjugate your verb into un or niyon huye. So let's have more examples here. So example here, shiksahan huye, after eating. Next example, pangmonhan huye, after visiting. Huye. The third example is jan huye, that means after sleeping. And finally, mashin huye, that means after drinking. We are done with the conjugation with our nouns and our verbs. To look at is this one. Neshi 전에 요리를 했습니다. Okay, again, neshi means 4 o'clock. Okay, 전에 is before, 요리 is to cook, and 했습니다 is a past form of do, or that means did. So the English translation is, I finished cooking before 4 o'clock. Okay, the next example, 5년 전에 한국에 왔습니다. Onion means 5 years. 전에 again is before or ago. That is the same word. Then 한국 is Korea. 한국에, to Korea. Then 왔습니다. This is our verb from the root word uda, that means to come. So 왔습니다 is past form. So that means it became came. So that means I came to Korea 5 years ago. Okay, the next example is 대학교를 졸업 후에 취직을 했어요. 대학교 means university or college. 졸업 means graduation. 후에 is after, so that means after graduation. 취직 means employment or job. And 했어요, from the root word hada, to do, 했어요 is in past form. Okay, so literally means I got a job after college graduation. Okay, the next example is 수업 후에 시간 있어요. 수업 means class. 후에 is after. Next is 시간, time. 있어요 is to have. So that means, do you have time after class? Okay, next example, 운동한 후에 샤워해요. 운동한, from the word 운동하다, that is to exercise. 후에 is after, so that means after exercise. And the final word, our verb, 샤워해요, from the word 샤워하다, that is to take a shower. So I have a shower after exercising. And for our last example, 한국에 오기 전에 어디에 살았어요? 한국 again is Korea. 한국에, to Korea or at Korea. 오기 전에, 오기 from the word 우다, our root word that is to come. And 어디 is where, and 살았어요 from the root word 살다, that is to live. 살았어요 is in past form. Where did you live before coming to Korea? So this is the last example that we have. We hope that these examples and the formula on how to conjugate 전에 and 후에 to nouns and verbs can give you now an idea on how to translate nouns and verbs or transform nouns and verbs into 전에 and 후에. We hope that this lesson will be added to your grammar and you have fun learning with us. Please like us in our page in Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We upload new videos every Tuesday and Friday. If you want a certain lesson to be uploaded, just leave a comment below. We love to hear from you. Thank you very much. 감사합니다. 다음에 또 다시 만나요. 안녕히 계십시오.